I'm going to show you a world famous card trick. All right, I'm going to show you a world famous card trick. First, I got to make sure my pockets are empty. Yeah, this one's good. This one, oh no, this one has all the condoms from all the sex that I have. This is just filled with condoms from all the sex that I have, which is very often. I have sex very often, and this is full of condoms because I have sex, and that reflects how much sex I have. All those condoms in my pocket. So you're gonna pick a card. Let's say you pick this one, the 7 of clubs. Well, that card is gonna go into the middle of the deck to be lost forevermore. Actually lost until I do the magic move. Here's the magic move. You ready? Just 2 thrusts is all it takes, because now guess what? I have one card that's magically appeared inside of my pocket. I want you to make sure there isn't any other card there. All right, there's not a whole bunch of cards there, right? As a matter of fact, it's your card, the card you picked, the 7 of clubs. Now I know a lot of people might think they know how to do this, which is that the magician puts the card in his palm somehow, and then he puts that in his pocket like this when you're not looking, right? So you're looking the other way, you're distracted by the condoms, and I do it that way. No, that's not how I do it. Look, I'll even be as fair as possible, sir. I'll put this card in the middle of the deck. Just squeeze it in there. Right there. Look, one more time. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, sir. One card in my pocket. Again, no other cards in my pocket. Nothing there. And that happens to be the 7 of clubs, your card. Oh boy. Now, sometimes what tends to happen is that you thrust too hard. So in this case, you thrust a little bit too hard, and the card ends up going not to this pocket, but to the back pocket. So you could actually get it yourself if you want, right there. If you want, you could actually get it and see that there's a card inside of my pocket. Inside of my pocket, sir. No other card there. If you want, you could pat it. And that, of course, is your card, the 7 of clubs. But I know what happens here sometimes, too, is that the card not only jumps my back pocket, but if you thrust hard enough, well, the whole deck actually goes. The whole deck actually disappears and appears inside of your pocket. Hey there, all you cool cats and kittens. You should check out the Pigcake Magic Academy. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week, going over card stuff, going over coin stuff, from a beginner all the way to expert level stuff. 400 videos already. You get access to it the moment you sign up. Oh boy, check it out. Links in the description below. Less than a White Claw a month, and you could check it out and be the best magician you could possibly be. So of course, this is a card to pocket. The card ends up going into several different pockets. It's completely optional as to when you decide to end this, but I'm going to show you guys the whole shebang. I'm going to show you guys the whole kit and caboodle. The real McCoy, as the 60-year-old boomers like to say. So here's the secret setup. You have one card in your back pocket, then you're going to have another card in your front pocket. So that's it. That's the setup. You're ready to go with this devastating trick that's based on, I believe, Francis Carlisle's homing card to pocket. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's where it's from. And here what you're gonna do, you're gonna have a card picked by a participant, and in this case, control to the top of your deck via your favorite method. So here right now, if you notice, we have the Ace of Spades. I'm gonna square it up. I'm gonna put my pinky there. Let's pretend that little pinky break right there, that separation, is like the same separation that you have from other women. You see there's a gap there, right? Here are women, and then here's a gap, and then that's you. So there's a large separation there. That's what you're trying to pretend here when it comes to this break. And what's gonna happen is you're just gonna lift up all these cards above the break, and you're gonna shuffle them to the bottom, which is going to, control that card to the top of the deck. All right, that's the control that I like to use, a little bit of a Mahatma control, and that card is now controlled to the top of the deck. And here's when I introduce the premise of the trick, the plot. I could say that by thrusting, by doing my massive thrust, I can now make that card jump to my pocket. So here you do whatever magic motion you want. In this case, you could show your stroke to the spectator and do your thrust, right? In this case, now you could reach into your pocket, take out the one card that's in your pocket, and here's going to be your justification for putting it on the deck. Sorry, I had a minor stroke there because of how hard my stroke game was. You're going to take it out of your pocket, you're going to put it on top of the deck, you're then going to reach into your pocket to show the fact that it's empty. You don't have anything else in there. That's the justification that you need to place that card on top of the deck, which, by the way, is the next needed move here. Because as you reach into your pocket and take the card, you're getting another little bit of a pinky break right there, another little bit of a separation there. So you're taking this card, putting it on top of the deck, showing your pocket empty, and now doing a double lift. So I'm turning 2 cards over as one, just to show the fact that card has made its way from the deck into my pocket. Now here I'm going to give a fake explanation. I'm going to give a little bit of a fake explanation as to how people usually think that magicians do this. And the way I do this is I lift these 2 cards up as one. I then put this card in my palm in a very stupid way. I'm not going to put it in an actual full palm because I don't want to show them. I don't want to show them that technique. So I put in a little bit of a ridiculous palm here, and I'll say some people think I actually sneak the card in my palm and I take it out of my pocket. Now here, what am I doing? These are 2 cards. These are 2 cards that I'm holding as one. So when I put this inside of my pocket and I pretend to show them what's going on here, I'm actually putting those 2 cards in my pocket. Now when I come out with this card, this is actually a random card. This is a card that doesn't matter. This is a card that was left by its father at the age of 5. And then now it has early onset daddy issues because of that. So because of that, you're going to take this card out. The ace of spades is already in your pocket without any palming whatsoever. So now I could take this card, put it in the middle, square it up, do whatever it is that I want to do, and now thrust again, and the card is back in my pocket as fair could be without any added movement whatsoever. Tremendous little effect. You could end it there. But if you want, you could take it one more step here in the actual twist ending where the card ends up going once again to your pocket and then the deck ends up in your pocket. Here's how we do that. First of all, you're going to control the card to the bottom of the deck. So this time we're going to take the ace of spades and we're going to get a pinky break right there below it. We're going to do whatever double undercut you want. You see this little bit of a double undercut? You see what's happening there? Card. I'm doing a double undercut to control that card to the bottom of the deck. And I say, look, sometimes if you thrust hard enough, what ends up happening is that the card ends up going through the pocket. Let me show you what happens then. And you could do your thrust, right? Your stroke game. You could show your stroke game. Do the little stroke game and you say, look, it actually jumps to my back pocket. And here I'm doing 2 things at once. I'm actually taking this deck and I'm shoving it in my front pocket. Now this requires obviously misdirection. You wouldn't want to do it with tightish jeans like I'm wearing, but alas, this is what I'm relegated to, being a member of a 2020 slightly millennial group that wears pants these tight. So you're going to reach into your pocket. At the same time, I'm dropping the deck into my left front pocket here. I'm just dropping it there as I reach and pull this card out. Now here's the thing, sometimes you might have a little bit of trouble doing this if you wear pants this tight, so just fucking shove it in there. All right, just shove it in there as you pull the card out. Now here's the thing, I've left 1 card in my hand, which is the bottom card, which happens to be the ace of spades. So as I drop the deck in my pocket, I've actually kept 1 card in my hand, which is the ace of spades. So right now they've seen this card apparently come to my back pocket. I'm gonna put this card on top of the deck as I pat my butt. Of course, I'm reiterating that my hard thrust was the reason that the card jumped through the pocket. And you could tell them, look, that's what I could do with playing cards. Could you imagine what I could do with a pussy? So now I've placed that card back on top of the deck and I'm gonna repeat the first phase. Only this time, guess what? I only have 2 cards to hold. I'm only holding 2 cards here. So all I have to do here is lift up these 2 cards and just hold my hand as if I'm holding a deck here, just like this. So the attention is on this card. It's not on the fact that I'm holding nothing here. And I could put it back apparently on top of the deck and continue on with the rest of the trick here, which is making the deck apparently vanish. So that just looks like this. So the card's dropped in the pocket. This card is in my back pocket. I pull this card out, show the card to the spectator, pat my butt, say that was because the thrust was strong enough to take it back there. And of course, that's your card, sir. But here's the thing. Sometimes I thrust too hard because I can't control my thrust. Okay, I can't control my stroke game. Okay, just ask any African-American woman that I've ever hit and you're gonna see that I cannot control my stroke game, sir. So what ends up happening sometimes is I hit it too hard and the deck actually disappears. And all I do here is just a double lift. All I'm doing is just a double lift, showing the fact this is one single card. And I can now show the fact that the deck has jumped to this pocket. Just a little bit of a bonus trick there. You don't have to do it, but if the opportunity arises, if you're not wearing somewhat tight jeans, then you could definitely do this particular ending. But it's a nice little bit of a twist in a card to pocket. And it's definitely a nice trick to do, even the first two phases. Even the first two phases is nice. You could incorporate the spectator and you could bring them in. You could bring them in because if you want, you could actually have them close to the magic moment in this case, right? So you could put their heads here and then you could do your thrust and then show the fact that they were close to the magic and do the whole revelation. It's a fun trick. It's a fun trick. I recommend it for kids' parties. You could hire me, by the way. I'm a kids magician. I do kids' parties. I do bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs. I do those too. I don't know what the Muslim equivalent is. I think it involves planes or something. I don't know. But that's the trick. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys practice it. You learn it well. It's definitely not an easy trick. All right, it requires some movement, even though you are replacing the palms with subtlety. You're replacing the palms with subtlety. Usually you have to palm the card. You put it in your pocket. There's some complication there. I'm not a fan of complications, okay? Just look at my watches. No complications whatsoever. So that's the video. That's the video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys practice it. I hope you guys do all the things that people do when it comes to videos. I ask you at the end because some basic bitch YouTubers, they'll tell you in the beginning to smash the like button. Not me. I want to earn it. I want to earn it. So I want you guys to smash it at the end after you've subsequently learned the card trick. So thank you. I'm going to go figure out different ways to get a packaged bag of tuna in my large intestine. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. These are prop condoms, by the way. These are prop condoms. These aren't real condoms. I'm a magician. I don't have sex, right?